Yes.
Please tell it.
No, I'll wait for Joe. It has more to do with her than me.
Don't make him if he doesn't want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't pressuring you.
No, just tell me about your trip instead.
Oh, yes, the trip. That's how I got the idea for the chair. The prints. People are liking prints now. Vietnam had the best prints. So inspiring. It gave me so much inspiration, at least.
I found it very inspiring. The whole trip I found inspiring. The printed fabric was more of your domain, but it was just sensational. A real experience.
A definite, real experience. That's the best way to put it. It was real, raw.
Yes, raw.
Raw beauty. You don't find that here. Those kinds of people.
A month is a nice long time to vacation.
I guess you can call it vacation.
It really was the best.
So the chair was just delivered.
A few days ago.
It's intriguing.
It has something to say.
Yeah, something. It's saying something for sure.
It's a good counterbalance. That's why I chose the fabric. It's not obvious, not basic. I don't find basic appealing.
It's big.
But it's not obvious, it's not basic.
You wouldn't want something obvious.
It's something mysterious. It has a mysterious quality.
Yes, the opposite of obvious, mysterious.
Is Joan coming soon?
I don't know. You don't want any more?
I took a Valium.
Oh. I didn't know you did that.
Take Valium?
Yeah. You stressed?
It's hard getting back in the rhythm of things. Vietnam was a moving experience.
She got a new client today.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's nothing to be proud of. She's a psycho. I shouldn't say that. I mean, she knows what she wants. She wants to be different. To throw all design conventions out the window.
I guess that's legitimate.
Well, not really. I don't think wanting to be different is the same as actually being different.
Isn't everyone different? I think I'm different than you two.
How are you different?
I just am. I'm me and you're you.
But do you want to be different from us? That's the real question.
I don't think so.
So, there you have it. If you actively wanted to be different, then that's not the same as being different. You would, in reality, be pretty much the same, if you wanted to be different.
Looks like you've discovered something.
Yes, that's very much the case.
More wine?
Love song.
You know it's South African.
Oh, is it?
We recently discovered it. We've been discovering a lot of things, actually.
Yeah. Animal prints.
Why don't you tell us a story about Joan?
I would really like Joan to tell it.
Give us a synopsis, a sneak peek.
I don't know.
How would you describe it?
Well, I would say it's definitely a blockbuster.
So it's exciting.
Not really exciting, no.
But that's what a blockbuster is.
So it's more thrilling then.
Thrilling.
Yes, thrilling and kind of happy too.
Thrilling and happy.
Yes.
Does it have a happy ending?
No. Well, I shouldn't really jump to conclusions. I should say it's more sad than happy.
More sad.
Than happy, yes. It could be, I guess it could be disappointing for those involved. Potentially disappointing, that is.
Potentially disappointing doesn't sound very happy.
There are just so many ways to interpret it. But I think I'll leave the rest to John.
You know, I think I still have jet lag. I'm exhausted.
Maybe it's the Valium.
I don't get tired from Valium.
How long have you been taking it?
A year? I think it's been a year.
That's a long time. Isn't it addictive?
How should I know?
I heard it might be.
I think it's only addictive if you really take it a lot.
Ah. How often do you take it?
Do you think I'm an addict, Jim?
No.
You seem to be implying that.
I'm not implying anything.
He's not implying anything more.
I'm just curious. I never knew you took it.
Lots of people take it. For all you know, Joan might have a prescription.
My wife doesn't take that.
You never know.
I know. I wouldn't let her.
You wouldn't let your wife take it?
I think I wouldn't.
So you decide what she's supposed to do, what she can take?
I didn't mean it that way. I would just try not to have her take it. Or find some other way for her to relax.
I agree. Maybe we should try something else for you.
You don't need to try anything else for me. I will do what I want with my own stress and anxiety. I'm an adult.
Yeah, but I care about your health. Tim obviously cares too.
Oh, I'm sure he does. You know, your wife seems to be very preoccupied. Maybe she just won't show up.
That's not like her.
Yeah, tell us a story already. I can tell it's going to be a good one.
Joan would be so good at telling.
Give it a try.
You know, why don't I call her and ask her if it's alright?
That's a good idea.
He has to call his wife to tell a story.
Johnny,
They're conjoined twins.
are you planning on coming? We're waiting for the story.
There's something hostile going on between you two.
Do you think it's alright if I tell it?
Just rubbing me the wrong way. He makes me want to take another Valium. All of his talking about everyone being different and me being an addict.
Is everything alright?
I don't think he meant it that way.
Okay. I won't bother you anymore. Bye. So, I'm in the queue.
Good. We've been waiting for ages.
So, for the past couple of weeks, Joan's been in charge of these two Rwandan exchange students at school. They're around 18 years old. They came over here, staying at our place.
They stayed with you.
Yes.
And they're Rwandan.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
They're very bright kids, speak very good English.
What are they? I mean, what's the category?
We don't know if they're Hutus or Tutsis or whatever.
All right.
Also, their families were pretty much slaughtered. A lot of them were just murdered.
How many?
A lot.
Everyone?
Not everyone.
Okay.
No. This part might seem unrelated. Yesterday, one of the Rwandans told us that another student at school told him that he had sex with one of the younger, less experienced teachers. She kind of dresses provocatively, you know. I saw her once at this event.
Is she pretty?
What does that matter?
She's attractive. Yes, you can say she is.
Fine. Continue then.
So, the Rwandan kid told someone else, and the whole school's gone nuts, and the whole thing spread like wildfire.
Is that it?
No, the best is coming. Today, around 4 o'clock, 4:30, the kids asked us, the Rwandans asked Joan and I, if they could go for a jog around the park. We said yes. We figured they wanted to see more of Brooklyn. They did it before too. They love running. It's in their blood or something. So, they went out for a jog.
No harm in that.
Exactly what we thought. No harm in it.
And?
They never came back.
They never came back.
Never came back.
Where do you think they went?
This is where it gets even better. Several times at dinner, they ask us about roads, you know. Highways, trains, where they go around the country, Penn Station, those kind of things. And they also mentioned something about having relatives in Canada.
You think they went to Canada?
That's what they think.
They just left? No bags, no clothes, no nothing?
Well, they must have had some money, of course.
And that's all? Wow.
Is there any more news?
Joan's mortified, of course. She's been in charge of these kids, the whole exchange program.
But what about the affair with the student? What does that have to do with it?
A distraction.
Good thinking, George. Exactly what we thought.
It all makes sense.
The kids make up what they heard. The whole school goes up in flames. No one is paying attention. They make a break for it. No one expects it.
Well, you weren't paying attention to them.
Of course we were. It was pretty much genius, but don't tell Joan that, but I think it was.
You were right. Very bright kid.
They're right.
Is Joan coming?
She says she's on her way.
She must be very worked up.
Definitely.
She wants some wine, Russia. I'll go get her a glass.
So,
It's an interesting story.
pretty remarkable.
Oh, shit!
What's going on?
I broke a glass.
Don't come in here!
Just-
Don't sit down! Are you nuts? Get a towel from the kitchen!
He should sit down.
Not in his living room!
He's bleeding.
Which is why he should go to the kitchen and get a towel!
George, just sit down.
Don't sit down!
I'm going to the bathroom.
You're telling him to sit down. On the chair.
He was frantic. It would have been the best for him to calm down first.
I'll decide for myself what my husband should do.
That's interesting.
You know, you should have paid more attention to those kids. Those Rwandans.
I don't think that's the problem. They were conniving.
Well, sometimes people have to be conniving in this world in order to survive.
They are liars, playing us the whole time.
I think you're misrepresenting them.
How am I misrepresenting them?
Calling them liars.
They lied to us.
You don't understand their stories. What they've been through in order to try and escape.
I do. I mentioned that most of the families were slaughtered.
But there seems to be a disconnect because you're obviously reluctant to truly understand them.
I'm not reluctant. I'm a very willing guy.
Maybe your vision of things is somewhat skewed.
Oh, I'm not skewed.
If you had seen the poverty in Vietnam, the children, you would maybe feel differently about those Rwandans. We visited an orphanage.
Don't lecture me on poverty. When a moment ago you cared more about that chair than your own husband.
What the hell are you talking about?
You cared more about that chair than George.
That chair is expensive. It's custom designed. Do you understand that?
I understand you perfectly.
What's that supposed to mean?
I understand is all I'm saying. You're more of a designer than I had thought.
More of a designer than what?
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
It's not too deep, is it?
I'm not sure.
Did you check?
How do you check?
Really, George?
Oh, I still need to get that glass.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
Take a seat, George.
I really hope I don't need any stitches. I'm so clumsy.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
How can it be? Are you a doctor?
Don't panic, it's just a cut.
How would you know? In Vietnam, we saw a man with a clinic, was a veterinarian, pretending to be a doctor. He sewed up this woman's open wound.
Yes, Vietnam.
It was scary.
We are not in Vietnam, George.
We're all in Vietnam.
I didn't know you were this fragile.
Oh, there's something hostile going on between the two of you. You and Nora.
I care about my furniture, then yes, I'm more of a designer than you had thought.
What?
There's a difference.
Between what?
People care about the furniture. You treat your furniture a step above.
What are you talking about now?
Tim says he understands me.
Oh, he does understand you. We all understand you.
I'm not that easy to understand.
You're right. You're not obvious.
I'm not.
Just like that chair.
I treat my furniture, no, not just my furniture, my space, as a sacred space.
And so, you're a designer.
Yes, I'm a designer, and a damn good one.
Perfect.
Yes, she really is a great designer. Just look at that chair.
As long as she is aware of it.
I'm aware of everything.
Oh, yes, you are. You're aware of everything.
And you're obviously unaware, otherwise those Rwandans wouldn't have just disappeared.
I thought you wanted them to just disappear.
I said you didn't understand their situation. Like most people in the world who lack any form of empathy.
I'm very empathetic. Right, George?
I'd say you are.
Oh, these little games you're playing.
Oh, no. Well, everyone is trying to be different. You're perfect in how you really are.
Being unique doesn't make you perfect.
When did you start talking like this?
I'm not talking any differently than how I normally do.
Yes, you are. You're all trying to be something. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't try to be anything.
We all try to be something.
Those Rwandans, they didn't try to be smart. They just were. They outsmarted you. They took what they wanted and they succeeded.
It makes you feel so good to say that they outsmarted me, huh? For all I know, they could be dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
And the odds are...
Oh, they probably aren't.
Exactly. They are the perfect example of the kinds of kids, the kinds of people we lack nowadays. They began with nothing. They stole from you your time, your trust. Good for them. I take what I want, and I say what I want.
Good. You're ruthless.
Fine, I'm ruthless. I'm honest.
I think my hand hasn't stopped bleeding.
I'm honest, too. That doesn't make me ruthless.
Should I raise it above my head?
Real honesty is brutal. It's wrong.
You know what? I take back what I said about you being a designer. You're not just a designer, no. You've become that chair.
The chair.
Yes. Ruthless, loud, annoying, and lifeless.
Lifeless.
Yes.
This has gone far enough.
How dare you call me
I
lifeless?
can't take this anymore.
This chair is anything but annoying. It's unique. It is more different than anyone I have ever met.
And that's why you are a piece of furniture.
I might be seriously injured.
I am different. I am.
Enough of this! We're friends. We are friends, all of us. We all know we are. I can't take this anymore. My hand is throbbing, my head is pounding, thanks to the both of you. Can you stop this, whatever this is?
I get it.
Have you heard?
I told them the story.
I haven't heard anything new, not anything. It's like they just dropped off the earth. It's pretty hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe, and I am just...
Did you seriously want them to go back to Rwanda?
Wait, no hellos. Haven't seen you in a month, stranger. And George, oh, I missed Look, both of you, honestly. Could I have a drink? I'm completely on edge.
Sure.
Oh my God. What happened to your hand?
I broke a glass.
Tim, pour me some wine. Let George do it. I've been on the phone all day long. The police don't know what to think. Everyone at school is completely senseless. They're cancelling classes all over the place, and that's because of the teacher. Oh, I need a break, I really do. I can't believe this is happening to me, you know? They were so nice, so polite, and they spoke so nicely. Someone could have taken advantage of that.
You think they didn't escape? That they should want to go back to Rwanda?
Well, that's where they're from. I mean, we don't know if they went to Canada. That's kind of crazy.
No, it's not. It makes complete sense.
That they used the exchange program to immigrate. That's ridiculous. I mean, we took them for a whole tour of the city. We went to see the Lion King. They were thrilled.
What does that even mean?
Why would they want to escape?
Tim thinks they went to Canada.
Oh, that was only some theory, Tim.
I don't think it's true anymore. The Canada thing.
You just said it made sense.
I rethought it.
I thought we were on the same page.
They couldn't have gone there.
Well, Tim said they spoke great English.
They would be caught. Speaking English doesn't make people less suspicious of them, and they did strange, suspicious things when they were with us.
What kinds of things?
Well, I don't know if it means anything, but they would drink milk all the time. I mean, I don't know what it was all about, but they simply loved it, and I never asked because I thought it was something cultural.
Milk.
Yes. And when they took showers, they would always take this wooden cup with them into the bathroom, and it had these little engravings on it.
Are you serious?
Did they do anything else?
None of this matters. You think people would alert the police because two Rwandans order milk at a restaurant?
I am not familiar with American culture.
You just don't want to admit that you were taken advantage of. Using the fact that they drank milk as part of your argument.
I'm perfectly able to admit that we were taken advantage of.
We weren't taken advantage of. We weren't.
They lied to us.
They didn't lie either. What is going on here? I mean, this is horrible. Those boys are out there, somewhere lost, or who knows?
I agree. Lost.
Of course you agree with her. You just agree with everyone.
She's right. That's exactly what you do.
I don't agree with everyone.
First you agree with me, then Tim, now Joan, just because you're afraid of being disliked.
I just want to keep the peace. Why is that bad?
It isn't honest. You're not being honest.
You're not being honest at all.
And I should be ruthless like the two of you.
I'm not being ruthless.
Oh, I'm the ruthless one, it seems.
You're ruthless?
Yes, and a chair.
I think I missed something.
Your husband believes that I'm that chair.
You said she's like that chair.
I said she is the chair. It's a metaphor.
Well, why would you tell her she is that chair?
Do you think there's something wrong with the chair, Joe?
Oh, no, it's you, I noticed.
Well, you're lying about the Rwandans.
Uh-huh. What am I lying about?
You know they used you. Tim admits it. I can respect that he knows the value of the truth.
What are you talking about now?
Joan likes to cover things up. She always does.
I cover things up. I'm trying to protect the reputation of those kids, those innocent kids, while you would prefer to spin everything out of control.
I prefer the truth.
So do I.
Fine. The two of you are in agreement.
Now both of you can agree with each other while I bleed to death.
It's only a cut.
How do you have any idea?
Those boys stayed at our house. They cooked us a traditional Rwandan meal.
They were conniving.
Try just rubbing alcohol.
George, let me look at it, all right? Ooh.
He's fine.
There you go again with how you treat George.
I treat him just fine.
Oh, she treats me well enough.
Don't agree with me anymore.
I'm saying what's right.
You have no opinion of your own.
I have my own opinions.
I think that he's completely afraid of you.
I'm not afraid of my wife.
Don't be afraid of your wife, for heaven's sake.
Oh, now that makes sense, coming from a man who says he controls what his wife should and should not do.
Oh, Tim never does that.
He says he does.
What's she talking about, Tim?
I have no clue.
You said you wouldn't let your wife take Valium.
I didn't mean it that way.
You said that? Well,
You don't even believe in those kind of mainstream medications?
no. You said you would not allow me to take it?
That's exactly what he said.
I didn't mean it that way.
Huh. So what if I wanted to take Valium? How does that concern you?
You're right, it doesn't.
Don't humor me, alright? I'm pissed off as it is.
Fine.
He's done that thing in the past. He made me stop drinking coffee. He said it would ruin my stomach lining.
I read that someone with your blood type would
I
have a
don't
stronger...
care about your justifications. Do you know what my justification is? I like to drink coffee. I like my liberties.
I'm trying to protect you
From what?
from your own addictive patterns.
I don't have addictive patterns. I'm a normal human being.
You're blowing this whole thing out of proportion.
Don't be afraid of your wife, George. Maybe you should be goddamn afraid of me. Maybe our marriage should have a little bit more fear built into it. Go on, George. Be afraid of your wife.
I'm not afraid of my wife.
Good, George, good.
That's right. Be Tim's little lapdog now. Do whatever he says.
Neither one of you understands women. I always knew it.
I understand women. I love women. I respect women.
You're a pushover, George.
And Tim, you're an ass.
Here, Joan. I've got something for you. Take one of these!
Don't give her Valium, she drank just now.
All is it?
This is dangerous.
I'm sick of putting up with you on your neck. If I want one, I'm taking it.
Oh no, stop! Idiot!
Do you want to control me? Is that your life's ambition? Checking on me at work, calling to ask if you could tell them about the Rwandans just to check if I'm coming?
I was being courteous.
This is my prescription.
I love women. I love them. Who are all of you to tell me otherwise?
Don't make an ass out of yourself, George.
Shut up, Tim. At least he's not afraid to admit what he feels.
And what about you? Does it bother you that much to admit that those Rwandans called one on us? That they weren't such great kids? That you were dumb for trusting them?
I wasn't dumb. I believed in them.
You defending those kids as naive is completely incorrect and, in my opinion, takes the glory out of their actions.
And what on earth is wrong with you today?
There's nothing wrong with me. All of you, stop acting.
I'm not acting. I'm hurt.
I think that you and your wife are from another planet.
Why not? We all are. You'd prefer to make believe.
You know what? This is all about Vietnam. Before Vietnam, we could stand each other. Vietnam changed you.
It did. I feel liberated. Completely aware. It was the best experience of my life.
Well, enlighten us then, Nora. What was it about your liberating luxury vacation that made you so aware?
George and I began the adoption process.
What?
We were in Ho Chi Minh City, and we decided to adopt. It wasn't something we planned.
So you're adopting?
Seeing that boy's eyes just woke me up. That's all it took. Picturing him here, giving him the best life possible. Him getting a real education.
Are you adopting or not?
No.
Are you kidding?
By the time they drafted up the papers, we had to leave. Nora had to get back to the city.
I realized I would need to invest more time. It would be better to return at some point.
Look at you. Look what almost adopting a child did to the two of you.
It was enough.
Enough for what?
Enough for me to say that I cared about him. And that you don't care for a second about the Rwandans.
Of course I do.
Like hell! You think that's what you're supposed to do? You come in here an hour late, out of breath and rambling. As if that shows that their lives really make a difference to you.
Stop it! I came here for an evening with you. With all of you. I cannot take all of these things at the same time. I can't. And we're just saying things we regret, and we're best friends. We're best friends.
We're not friends.
None of us are friends.
I don't know if we still are.
Fine. Fine. I did pretend. I pretended that I cared about what you thought, and I don't. Alright? I don't. I really, really don't, because I care about those kids for no other reason than they are fantastic.
That's a load of shit.
That is too much.
Oh no, you, George.
I'm just being logical. I've been thinking.
What's illogical here?
Well, I see it as this. You lost track of them. You claim they did not escape, which I agree with. But if you cared about them, as you say you do, why aren't you with the police right now giving them more information? Why aren't you searching for them right now at Prospect Park?
Yes, George. Yes.
Because I'm here with you.
That's no excuse.
Right now, I really think I should go see a doctor.
Let me take a look at it.
You would prefer I never showed up.
I don't want you to.
If it would prove the point, then yes.
Just let me see, okay?
So I should go right now? Is that what you want?
Now it's too late. You've been sitting here talking while those Rwandans could be lost or dead somewhere. You would prefer to talk. Talk about how great they are and what you plan on doing to help them, rather than actually helping them.
What do you think?
Is that bone?
What?
And where do you think I've been this whole time? Why was I an hour late?
But still, you're here talking about it.
Don't call me a talker. Never call me a talker.
Yes, that's bone. That's bone.
No. You are the talker. You are the biggest talker of them all. Pretending to be some empathetic, kind person, when all you did was use those kids more than they used to. Trying to prove your tolerance of the world, when you didn't give a damn. You might be a teacher, but you're a god-awful one.
What?
Stop her!
Get up and catch your wife, for Christ's sake! Stop her!
It's horrible!
You've completely lost
I'm not even close!
Get a hold of yourself!
And what about you?
I don't understand how you can be a teacher with that kind of temper.
I'm bleeding again. I'm bleeding again.
Let go.
I'm afraid for you.
Tim, let go.
I wasn't lying about these patterns. You have these patterns. You're self-destructive.
Let go right now. I will.
Promise you'll just stand here and I'll let go. Promise.
Promise.
Is she really like this? I've never seen her like this.
I'm bleeding. I hit my head.
I'm someone should get a band-aid.
I don't need a band-aid, I need a doctor!
You don't need a doctor!
Joan's looking at me strangely.
Joan, stop doing that.
You were right about her nature.
If I were you, I would stop talking.
For God's sake, you're the one who wanted a nice evening, said that we're friends.
Oh, we will not be friends, Nora.
Because I found a hole in your argument, is that really it?
Because you're a cold object. You're an object, you're that ugly chair.
Joan, don't get so worked up.
That chair isn't ugly.
It's ugly!
Oh, I can't stand straight. Someone call an ambulance?
Shut up, George, your wife doesn't even care. No one cares, I don't care. No one cares about anyone else without exception.
What about you and the Rwandans?
Oh, fuck the Rwandans, fuck!
Okay, give Joan a Valium.
They're on the floor.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't mean to give her one off the floor. I'm not going close to her. You missed one. And another one.
Now, it's up to you.
What are you doing?
Say it's ugly.
Are you threatening me?
Who cares? Please, someone get me a towel or something.
Jones, threatening me.
Say it's ugly, say it's lifeless.
Joan, take a breath. Take a deep breath.
Tell her to say it!
Tim, I want both of you to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Joan, put the bottle down.
It's up to her.
Are you kidding?
No one's kidding.
Stop, stop, stop! All of this because I proved you wrong, is that it?
Stop asking questions.
I don't even care that you don't care about the Rwandans, I don't.
Come on, say it, just say it!
I just wanted to say something.
Just say it already!
I'm not going to say it's ugly!
And pour the fucking bottle.
George, stop it!
Pour the whole damn thing.
Don't do it!
Oh, if you just say it, she put it down.
I don't think she will.
Pour it.
You really want her to?
Yes. Yes, I really want her to. All over it. I want to see blood.
What?
I've been waiting all night for this thing.
What did you say?
Give me that bottle. We want to play games. I'll follow you and play Simon Says. I don't want to play games. I hate all your fucking games.
Don't you give it to me!
No!
Don't do it!
Give him the bottle, Nora!
No, no, stop it! Both of you, stop it this instant! I can't let you! It's empty. George? George!
Just do it, Joan.
Shut up! No one talk to me. All of you have your little opinions. My opinion doesn't matter. My blood doesn't matter. It's just us two.
Stop!
Now.
Enough! Don't talk. Let's not talk.
I'm still bleeding.
I'll call an ambulance.
Do you think they've passed it?
What?
The border. Have they passed the border?
The Rwandans.
Yes, the Rwandans. I was never able to pronounce their names.
We didn't even ask about their names.
And we didn't care.